So when I said that I wanted to like Redfall, I meant it. I mean, it looked like a really cool game right off the bat. It was really hyped up as one of these, oh, it's gonna be game of the year, pal, or at least like it's gonna be very interesting. It's like, you know, revolutionary and whatever. The devs sure as heck went ahead and hyped it up to the moon as well. So basically, there was a lot of hype going into the game. Now, this is already bad because if there's a lot of hype going into a game, usually there's like a lot that it has to live up to. And well, holy crap, on opening day, it flopped hard. Even to this day, if you go to Steam's page, you know, I mean, there's mostly negative all around, over 1,800. It was in between. It was mixed on recent reviews when I bought this, but ever since then, it's been, I guess, mostly positive. I keep in mind this game came out like a long time ago, so there is a chance that a couple people were like me and decided to get this on the sale. Regardless, whatever the case, right? It is. I don't know what the best word to describe it. I mean, it doesn't look necessarily terrible. I guess it's the art style that they were going for. If that's the case, then all right, it's not the worst. All right, it's interesting, but I can't help but feel like it does at times look a bit off. Like a little bit on that battle bit, you know. If some people are gonna probably think that's bizarre, but I do at times when I was playing this game feel like it looked like BattleBit to me, at least a little bit. Not in the sense of like, you know, the blobs or whatever, like, you know, the Minecraft replicas or whatever, Roblox replicas, but it is weird. It felt a little off, right? Again, maybe the art style direction or something. I highly doubt they were going for realism when it came to this. But, you know, and a lot of people say that it's not a revolutionary thing. It's a fun, casual looter shooter, which essentially that's what it is. Now, I played about like 2 hours of this, and it was an experience, right? It didn't look like the story had much depth. In fact, it didn't look like the story had much story at all. You're kind of just like drifted into this whole narrative where like the vampires, pal, and stuff like that. But then you get thrusted into this just weird scenario, and to keep in mind, I've only played about like two hours of this, give or take, right? So this is more of like a first impression rather than an almighty review, pal. You know, this is just like kind of like, is it worth it from a person? Okay, peep this, from a person that sees a sale, sees this very negatively reviewed game, decides to just, you know, spend a little bit on it, just a little bit, and try to enjoy it for about 2 hours. Is it worth it? I have to say no. If anything, I gotta say, and I know this is unrealistic, and people might think I'm being hyperbolic or exaggerating. Really honest, I would have felt like if I wasn't ripped off if I spent like $10 on this. All right, and I know it's like, how could you, pal? It's just, look, it just doesn't seem that appealing. It seems like, in fact, the open world in this whole thing seems rather fucking empty, just kind of empty, right? That's what it is. And the abilities, I've only gotten one so far. It's kind of stupid, I gotta say. I chose this one character where they have a fucking bird, and the bird just, you know, he goes and I guess he marks things, which is stupid, but like whatever, you know. I guess if you're sneaking, pal, I don't know. It's fucking useless as far as I can see right now. The whole little gimmick where you have to weaken a vampire and then grab a stake through the heart, I guess that's fine. It is what it is. It is just casual looter shoot. There's no depth to it, and again, just feels like a kind of a mess. Like there's not really a hook, right? Because after you save people in the, I don't think this is much of spoilers. After you save people in the in the fire station, it's like then like the narrative, they give you a little more exposition, a little more story. It's like, yo, we this happened and blah blah blah, now we're here. And then you're around the fire station or whatever, you're like home base, I guess. Some of these NPCs have like absolutely nothing to say. Some of them have no fucking character. They're just like random little fucking, like, I don't even know what to call them. Generic soulless NPCs. It doesn't really even entice you to stay. There have been Japanese RPGs that have more depth and more fucking NPCs with fucking emotion or something. It's something to entice you. It's just something just there, you know? It's just fucking Jesus. What like Dishonored had more NPCs with more fucking emotion than these people. They're just like there. So some of them you can't, like, you're trying to talk to them. I don't know if this is a bug. This shit still seems like it's a buggy mess a little bit. You try to talk to one, they don't fucking say anything. They're just kind of like standing there. The option to talk to them is there, but it just doesn't happen. And I don't know, man. I think that a $10, if you got this for $10, hell, I saw a Deathloop on sale for $11, and I think that game is probably better. To be determined, but it seems better. I still say this is not even worth $17 to $20, whatever. I'll just call it 20. It's not even worth $20. You know, like it's 20, 50. I can honestly say that this isn't even worth 15, this isn't worth 17, this isn't worth 20. This is mostly worth like it's just a game that I feel like if you got it for $10, maybe it'd be okay. You know, but I don't know. It's just not worth it. And a couple of the other things, and my friend even told me about this. It's like the AI is brain dead, you know, which, you know, it is. The ADS forces a 50% reduction, and there's no setting to change it. The world is lifeless, you know. It's just, I don't know. I bought the game thinking, hey, it's just, oh, it's not that much, you know, it's on sale. It was supposed to be a AAA. I think it was supposed to be a AAA game, because it was like on launch, what was it, like $60, $70 or something, you know, full price. Man, I would have been so fucking pissed if I paid that amount of money, you know, for this shit at opening day. And it was worse. Keep in mind, this is like the third update they've had for this. Like, they've had like 3 updates, and now everybody's like shut up about it. Nobody gives a fuck about it. But it's had about three updates. It feels like a beta almost. I don't know. It should have been in development for longer. You know, like the combat, you know, feels janky, unsatisfying. Yeah, again, the story is like, what story? Like, what story? The open world is empty and uninteresting and pointless. Like, look, there is more depth in the original, you know, there's more life in Breath of the Wild's first game. And that one had, like, some of the critiques for that was like, where's the story, pal? It's like, this is annoying, pal. There's not much to do, pal. It's just empty. But that one in it, even that one had more life in it, you know. And it overall better. Like, you know, it's Tears of the Kingdom does like fucking backflips over this, you know. It just you know, dances all over this thing's grave. It's terrible, bro. It's horrible. You know, I just can't get over it. You know, it's not worth $15. It's not worth $17. It's not worth $20. And it's definitely not worth $70. I don't even know where to begin. You know, may the Lord have mercy on the people who spend money on this game, is all I'm going to say. Now, am I going to go ahead and play it? Continue to play it? Maybe. Again, like the first 2 hours, I still haven't even gotten any good weapons. I got like just 2, I think. And it's like bleh. I just, I don't know what's supposed to entice me, what's supposed to really get me in into this. Like, what am I hooked on? You know, there's no story to get hooked on. There's just, everything feels unsatisfying. I don't know, bro. It is whatever. I guess at the end of the day, it is a, you know, at best, you know, if you want to be nice, it is a nice, fun, casual looter shooter. But, like, realistically, though, Borderlands is fucking better than this. This makes Borderlands 3 look like a fucking masterpiece. And Borderlands 3, I mean, it kind of had its, like, it wasn't the best, man. But that's all I got to say about Redfall. Personally, as somebody that wanted to enjoy this game, didn't enjoy it. You know, 2 hours in, and I know we're gonna be, you're gonna go ahead and play more, pal. It's like, look, man, if you can't entice me in the first 2 hours of playing this game, or even give me, like, a person that wanted this game to be good, and be like, oh, I like this game, it's so good, haha. And I don't know, man, you're kind of failing. But, yeah, I mean, games like this, realistically, are probably why, like, a lot of people like the indies, and they're like, the indies are great, pal. The indies are amazing. God bless the indies. The indies, guys. The indies. It's like, okay, bro. I don't know. To be honest, I feel like I enjoyed playing Destiny 2 more than I did this thing. You know, I'd rather buy a fucking expansion. And Destiny 2 is fucking garbage. It is a cash grab. It is garbage. It is dookie. But I feel like even Destiny 2's lazy-ass expansions and bullshit is a lot better than fucking Redfall. And again, this is coming from somebody that wanted to like this game, which is quite unfortunate. Again, I don't know if I'll continue to play it. Maybe. Whatever. If it's just there, I don't fucking know. Whatever. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Hope you have a good rest of your night, wherever you guys are, and happy Thanksgiving. Goodbye.